Teresa and JF from Killer Customs. You guys have been asking what we're doing with the bus. We're working our asses off on the bus, and it's hot.
Yeah.
And it's not fun doing body work and sanding, but here we go.
You guys remember that angry bus that we started with? The little tiny house? Check it out.
It's getting to be more and more of a happy bus. So the inside is completely insulated, sound deadened. But of course you saw that in the last video. We've got it in primer, completely sanded. We've been fitting the side trim for our last time before it gets painted. I did the paint on the window area yesterday. We have painted the roof. Yes, that's a hint at the color. It's going light blue. Calvin wanted to take a shift, so we're painting a bunch of pieces white right now. They look pretty fantastic. So that's the center grille. All the insides of the doors are going white because the client wants it white on the inside. Yeah, it's looking really, really good. It's looking good. Is that first coat? Perfect. Doing a great job. Part of the process is reinstalling every one of these pieces to make sure they fit, make sure we haven't put any body filler or too much primer in the holes. How's that looking, Jack?
It's looking pretty good now. Just make sure that everything is drilled and tapped.
So we're physically tapping every hole. How's that? I don't think anybody gets how much fooling goes into this thing. Hey, it's like one thing after another, after another, after another.
You happy with that?
I think so.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it looked from factory, isn't it?
There's gaps on the top.
Yep.
Gaps on the bottom.
They can all be Riddler cars. Beauty.
It's looking good.
Love this.
What do you love?
I just love the white because I know what color it's going to be against it. So.
Yes, we've got some more white to do around the windows on the inside. Then it gets sent away to the camperizing people, which would be really cool. Lots and lots and lots of details, but we're getting there.
Watch, that thing's got a lot of little divots in it.
It does, yeah. What are you hitting those with? Red Scotch-Brite?
Hey?
Red Scotch-Brite? Just to dull them down?
Yeah.
Is red our finest?
That's, well, it's medium.
Yeah, we should, because we don't want to.
That's not bad.
It's not bad, but I don't want to prime them though. I specifically told Jack I don't want to prime them. Because you imagine if we prime them, like they don't need primer, like primer will stick to the. Well, the primer will stick to the sandblast, so you don't even have to do what you're doing. The only reason to touch them is so we could skip the primer and just go straight to wet on wet.
So what should I be using then?
I think 220 on an orbital.
Yeah, but you can't get in these grooves.
But the same thing, it's either we sand it once, or the way you're going, we're going to sand it twice. So you pick, but I think if we just sand it once, that'll be way better. Once will be enough, yeah.
Okay.
So let's try it here.
Cancel this.
Cancel that one. Put a fresh piece on here. And maybe it's 180 we need to use, because it's going to be so coarse, right? Believe it or not, kids, there's not always a actual science to it. We physically have to feel it with our hands to see if it's good or bad. So the hope here is that we're going to be able to sand these once, put a sealer on them, and then single stage. Otherwise, if we prime them, it's twice the amount of work, twice the amount of build, and I don't know that that's going to do a better job. Yeah, I think 180 is the answer.
180?
Yeah, I pounded that 220 right away.
Okay.
There you go. Let's get Jack to tell us which is the top and the bottom. Okay, so this one, the top is this. Yep, so the slightly rustier parts on the bottom. Right rear, so this is my bottom. Just that way we can really make the top look nicer. There you go. And this one will be this, like this. Perfect. So we started with a sandblasted surface. That's not nice enough to paint usually.
No.
And we're using some industrial single stage. So if we just knock it down with some 180, I think it'll look really nice. Jack, we're gonna need you to mark them. If there's an arrow that goes up or down on them, then we can finish the top surface really nice.
Okay.
We don't have to work as hard on the bottom one.
Right. Okay.
Rather than making them, overworking them.
Yeah. And it doesn't really matter if the Scotch brightness goes away. It takes me a second to identify them now. But you want to see the.
We're not scratching the backside.
No.
No, we're only doing the. Now, one thing about bare metal sanding is it sure beats up sandpaper. Yeah, destroys sandpaper. I keep going to the garbage and picking up old ones, bending them and. Okay, one done.
So Gary's going in to get his eyes done.
He is, yeah. 30 to go.
Hey gang! Thanks for following along with us. I hope you enjoyed this little episode of the school bus, and we'll see you next week. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye!
Hey, subscribe to our buddy's channel.
Killer Customs.
Killer Customs.
It'll kill you if you don't sign up.